Today on the G3 Boardroom, the triumvirate of triumphant gamers are reviewing Super Dice.
No, I barely edged him out in the previous game. He won this one. It's disgusting.
Well, we're still at triumvirate, though.
Yeah.
Not the triumphant.
yeah.
Triumvirate.
All right.
True.
So Super Dice Battle, let's talk about it. I'll handle the components. The dice are nice. The prints are inset, not stickers, and so those are never going to wear off. Those are really nice. The Great Big Dice, same thing. Those are inset, not stickers, so they're pretty good. The character card is very thick cardboard. You get 4 characters in the box. That's so that's never going to wear out. The only other card in here that's potentially, or there's some tokens. Again, the cardboard is nice. It's not. It's good print. It's not matted on there. You're not going to wear those down. There's only one card in the game, and it really is this is a reference card with key stuff on it, so it doesn't get a lot of play. No reason to sleeve it, but if you have 4 extra sleeves laying around, why not? Other than that, components are good enough for something like this. It's a dice game. The other things don't get any action, so you're not going to wear the dice down. It's good quality stuff. You're not going to have to worry about that. All right, next thoughts. Go ahead, somebody else, before I talk all over you.
I mean,
it's going to be Jay.
These dice are kind of big, but they're almost too big because you're putting your dice on top of letters and numbers.
Yeah.
And there was a time when my B dice was also kind of blocking the A, and I thought that I had my combo, but I'm like, oh wait, there's an A under there.
I'm going to disagree with you then. That's a standard size die, so it's not the die that is too big. It is the board that is too small.
Yeah, I was going to say it that way, but I guess when you're making your dice, it's like, do you spend money on a non-standard dice, or do you spend money on a bigger thing, which makes your box bigger? So I'm sure they had their reasons for these, but these dice have it's not stickers, they're insets. So these dice all had to be, had some customization, molding done.
Yeah, they're nice.
But yeah, I mean, it's a minor complaint. I mean, if you play the game enough, you just remember all your stuff, and so you know. The asymmetric powers, I sort of have a.
I want to do something else before you talk about power.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
All right. There are 2 different modes and 2 different formats in this game as well. There's fast and slow. Fast is everyone's rolling at the same time and placing their die, and you just keep going. It doesn't matter what everybody else does.
I have an issue with that.
I do too.
Yeah.
Slow is you all roll once, you place your die, everybody's ready, you roll again, you place your die. The issue I have, again, with the fast mode, and I think it's the same thing you were going to say, which is when everyone's going all at once, it becomes so much easier for people to make mistakes.
And
because
deliberate.
it becomes so much easier for someone to deliberately cheat. Now,
and somebody might be a faster roller, so they can roll like 3 times before somebody decides what to do on their first one.
Definitely a possibility.
And that makes it like twitchy.
Yeah.
I don't really like twitchy games.
I don't like the fast mode, so we played on the slow mode. The different formats are you play for last man standing, or you just play for whoever gets the 3 kills first. We played for whoever gets the 3 kills first. When you do that, no matter what, in this sort of format, you're going to end up with a pile-on mechanic. You're going to end up with, well, you're weak, I'm going to keep hitting you. I'm going to keep hitting you. I'm going to keep hitting you. Oh, he hit you, I hit you. Or you hit me, he hits me. You end up with that. It's the nature of the beast with all games. I don't know a game that doesn't have that is in this kind of format, except for a mechanic that is you must attack the person to the left. Dice Throne has a mechanic like that. You don't get to pick your target. Your target is chosen for you. Some variations you pick your target. Anyway, anything where you get to pick a target, you're going to pick the guy who's circling the terrain. You're going to pick the guy who just got hit and now his defenses are down. Yeah. It's just the nature of the beast. Okay, go ahead with what you're going to say about the...
It's sort of the same thing with these the asymmetric powers. I mean, I only start at 80%. He starts at 110%. Bob starts at 90%. So start of the game, who's going to be the first person always getting attacked? It's the person with the lowest number. Now, supposedly, I'm supposed to have more defense to hit other people, but you've got something where you can hit other people, and Bob has, you can hit other people too. And there might be, he needs more dice to commit to do that, but I don't know. You did not get attacked very much.
I am definitely going to disagree with you. There's always going to be a balancing thing between the characters and what the characters do. Now, I did have more health, yes.
Yeah.
But it took me 2 dice to defend. if I'm taking 2 dice to defend, I'm not rolling my big combo anymore.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't have the dice to do it. I can only roll my small combo, which of course takes very specific things. You only need 1 die. You could spend 2 if you want to do something special, and then you could do your special thing to do even more special, but those die you got back. So I understand your point, and I didn't get attacked a lot, but I think
No,
that's...
you didn't. Because why would someone attack someone with all that health?
But here's the trick. You're right and you're wrong, because you did kill me once.
I cleaned up after Bob.
You guys each died twice,
Yep.
and I died once. So I just disagree with. I like that there's different powers for the guys, and I think they did a decent job balancing it. I see your point, but I think you're also slightly incorrect because you got attacked. But what were you doing when you got attacked? I'm hitting you back. I'm hitting you back. I'm hitting you back. And
If I
is
happen
spinning.
to have the dice committed, which was not every
only
time.
Needed 1.
Yeah.
You only needed 1.
No,
It's
no.
all 4 directions.
No,
'cause
the-
it's easily.
The counter I needed to have 2 dice.
I
to
think
get
this
that
is something
token.
we're going to disagree on, and that's okay. But also, here's how we also know that I think I'm on the side of right on this one. You won.
Yeah.
I want to see what the other guy's power is. The other guy has 1 die for defense as well. So
And he's at 90%. So
I have more health, but it's hard for me to defend. And to be honest, that was in our playthrough. As soon as I put this defense up the second time, my game was done. I did not throw a punch after that. I couldn't roll anything. So really, for the last, what I would say is at least the last third of our playthrough video, I am absolutely stymied. I can't roll anything. Yeah. When you guys edit it, watch it. I can no longer do anything.
Right.
And you guys won't attack me because 1, you're both circling the drain. 2, my defense is up, but I can't hit. So I'm just sitting here in the corner.
here's Jay's just watching the ping pong match.
Yeah. But I mean, 90% of the time I didn't attack is because your health was so high. It's like I'm just going to go with someone who's at 60 instead of someone who's at 110.
I get your point. I'll wrestle you for it.
But I mean, if you guys are out there and you have a choice to attack someone with 110 health or someone with 60 health, you're going to attack someone with 60 health.
But he's always going to have his defense up because it only takes 1 die.
Yeah, but I mean, getting through someone's defense is easier than.
And my defense was only block 10%. So if you're throwing 30 every time,
yeah, and he rolled a couple of big hits against you
Yeah.
there at the end that kind of swung it your way. There's some big ones in there.
This game might be better with 4 players, because Bob and I was at 80, he was at 90. We're just going after each other. I think that if there was 4 players, then there'd be more people to attack, more people attacking you than other people piling on. And I think that it would. I just think maybe this game's not great for 3 players, at least with the 3 powers that we kind of had.
Any competitive game with an odd number of players always can be unbalanced.
Right. And like I said,
2 to 1
there's an element of pile on.
Yeah.
By the way, so what you're saying is we need a 4th player. Submit your application at g3boardroom@gmail.com.
We'll pay in snacks or beer. Usually.
Beer, snacks, combos,
Combos.
But I mean, he's right. I spent the whole game complaining about how unbalanced the powers were, but then I won.
Yeah.
So I'll take the win.
And I do think your power. That discussion aside, I do think your power is an important deterrent, it speaks to deterrence of real life. You're not gonna. You might think twice about hitting somebody that you know is going to hit you back.
Yeah.
That aside, I have a quibble about this game. I don't like the rule book. I think the rule book does not do a great job of explaining what happens when you roll the dot on the die. Now, we came up with what we thought was the answer, but it's not expressly said, hey man, when you roll a dot, reference this thing and you get to do whatever it says on the card. It doesn't say that. It just says you might have a bonus available. Okay?
I think
I think we got it right. We might have gotten it wrong.
I think as we play, I think the dot really only impacts the heavy offensive combo.
You see, for you, yeah. For me, I get this after the first combo. See? 2 things, bonus. Then I can do this, and I get a bonus.
But there's no dot there. I think you only apply the dots here.
You think it only applies to all out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it only applies on your heavy attack.
Okay, so if it only applies to all out, then it should say in the rule book, this only applies to all out.
Now, see, on my heavy attack, I don't have any bonus spot, but yet I've got the two icons that are associated with the dot.
Right.
Yep.
So I was rolling dots. I was rolling for these bonuses.
I
Even
would
though
only, I was only applying my thing when I would roll a dot.
like your first one, the flame.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, in our experience, we never did not roll a dot, though there's one or two things on here where there are none. We never rolled one. But my point being is the discussion we're having right now could have been cleared up by having it in there.
Yeah.
There's also something on my counterpunch, which was it's a damage plus. This attack does plus 10 damage,
Right.
and we don't know, am I supposed to roll and add plus? The way that that's written, it seems like I should roll a dice, have damage, and then plus this 10%. But we were just playing it as it was just 10%.
Right.
But we don't know. It doesn't say anything on here about rolling a dice.
Yeah.
so-
Whereas for the other things, it does say roll a die. So again, a little bit of confusion based upon.
Unless there's something in the rules that specifically addresses
I was
counterpunch.
going to say, for us misinterpreting the rule, I still think it was still balanced, even though we misinterpreted
we
the
played
rule.
it consistently.
Well, we might not have misinterpreted
Yeah,
it, though.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we played it consistently, and I want to say, in our experience as gamers, I want to say we got that one right. But we're not wrong. It needs to be a lot more clear. A lot more clear.
Yeah. That's
Especially
very
for this
unclear.
kind of game, it might not be for a hardcore board gamer. It seems like you could pick this one up at a Target for, just hey, this looks interesting for a Christmas gift or a stocking stuffer for somebody. So
And it's a fairly quick one. We played it fairly slow, but I think it's a fairly quick game. You can probably get through it in about 20 minutes, I would say.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
I kind of like the console video game
it's clever
nomenclature on
counter
the
mechanic.
on the dice.
There's a reasonable amount of nostalgia. There's a reason amount of nostalgia there. You know who would probably really dig this one with the dice like this is probably Jim.
Yeah.
Jim would really dig it. He was into Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat when we were kids.
Oh yeah.
So, but there's some enjoyment to be had here. There's a little bit of replayability. I'm disappointed with the way the rules were explained. But as an inexpensive game, you're not going to feel like you waste your money, and the pieces aren't going to wear out.
Yeah.
As fighters go, there's a lot of market right now for head-to-head fighters like this. This is something that because people who design games now are kind of nostalgic for the 90s and early aughts for fighting games like that, and so you're seeing a lot of these pop up.
I was going to say when it's like an all four, or I can't even think of the word,
Free for all.
free for all.
Melee.
There's even if there's a even number of players, there's still room for the gang up. And I think there was one deck builder that we played. It was like a free for all, but the targeting method was a little different. I think it was Mistborn, where you had a target icon, and so if you can only attack the person with the target icon, but as soon as they were attacked, they were allowed to move.
They were allowed to move it.
I think that could provide some.
Kind of like a King of Tokyo kind of thing. But yeah,
bit,
that was
yeah.
Mistborn where you could hold on to that thing, but you couldn't move it on. And you got something for holding on to it. And I can't remember what it is. Now we're going to play Mistborn again.
Yeah, I think it's I can't remember.
I think with 4 players too, you'd get, because you both, like Bob had something where he can deal damage to someone adjacent to him.
Yeah.
And they couldn't really defend it. So that would be something,
I
there's
had
4
that.
players.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more of that going around where, I've got good defense here and no one wants to attack me, but people can give me this indirect damage, which would be helpful.
I think this game might also benefit from a variety of characters. Now there is a thing in the book that talks about expansions for the game, adding more characters, and that's all well and good. But there's something I just thought of that I have to point out about adding a 4th character or adding a 4th player to a game. I say this about having kids too. If you have 1 kid, 2 kids, they kind of team up. 3 kids, you got a 2-on-1 situation. But if you have 4 kids, you get what? You don't get a 2 against 2. You get 3 against 1.
Maybe.
So it's the same thing. I do think I'd like to see how it plays. I really would. But I think you'll end up with the same thing.
Yeah.
I think it would just be people dying quicker because now you got 4 people or 3 people hitting
Yeah.
you instead of 1.
Possibly.
How do you think the dynamic would be if you added a 5th? If you get the expansions?
I don't think you're supposed to, but I always love breaking the rules.
I'd be curious to see how well it would do.
You'd have 4 against 1.
Who's the jerk at the table? We're all going to kill him.
Right.
Yeah,
Multiple
right.
times.
Multiple times, repeatedly. So that's Super Dice Battle. It can be had for not very much money, and it's worth a throw.
It says that it's a 5 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, and it really fits into
It probably
that.
could be 5 minutes if you're playing the speed
Yeah.
Yeah,
version.
And if it's one-on-one.
right. I would like to see some clarifications on the rules that we had some problems with. So if you know, comment on the bottom. Let us know what's going on. While you're at it, go ahead and hit like. We'd certainly appreciate it. Helps the channel out. And if you're new to seeing us, you want to see a whole lot more of us, hit subscribe as well. All right. Till next time.